Hello, my name is Chantal Acosta. How many of y'all would say that you regularly don't get enough sleep, or that you find yourself having poor sleep quality? Well, that should be more than 60% of you, because up to 60% of all college students suffer from poor sleep quality, and 7.7 meet all of the criteria for an insomnia disorder. Have y'all ever noticed how when your phone is always on low battery and is constantly dying, you go to the settings and check, your battery health is actually decreasing? And I feel like that's something that also happens to our bodies when we don't sleep enough, because sleep is actually a very important part of our lives, which leads me to what I'll be talking about in this speech, the importance of sleep. I'll be talking about some negative long-term and short-term effects, and some positive benefits of getting a good night's rest. While you're pulling an all-nighter to study for a test, let's say, you might realize that the information doesn't stick around in your brain for too long. You find yourself forgetting what you studied the night before a test a week later, That's because one of the short-term effects of sleep deprivation is memory. It actually has a very big impact on your memory and on your decision making. A study found that basketball players who were sleeping good had a way better reaction time, accuracy, and speed than the ones who weren't. Not sleeping well also impacts your mood on the short run. I'm pretty sure all of you have realized that or experienced that. You're just like not having the best day, and then you think, oh, probably because I only got 4 hours. So yeah, some long-term effects of not getting enough sleep that you might not know about are how lack of sleep can lead to weight gain. A study showed that participants with short sleep had reduced leptin and elevated ghrelin. These differences in leptin and ghrelin are likely to be the cause of their increase in appetite, which eventually led to them having an increased BMI. This is from short sleep duration is associated with reduced leptin, elevated ghrelin, and increased body mass index by Sharad Turi. Another study showed that adults who weren't getting enough sleep were 55% more likely to become obese. This obesity and weight gain can also lead to diabetes in the longer run. Not getting enough sleep can also cause anxiety and depression, and can also lead to high blood pressure and heart disease. People who don't sleep a lot in the long run are more likely to get heart attacks, experience heart failure, and have strokes. Getting the right amount of sleep will actually do the opposite for a lot of those negatives. It increases your immune system. Sleep quality is actually thought to be an important predictor of immunity. This is in a study shown, the results were that in the weeks preceding exposure to rhinovirus, the patients who weren't sleeping as well had a lower resistance to the illness. This is from Sleep Habits and Susceptibility to the Common Cold by Sheldon Cohen. Getting a good night's rest also increases concentration and memory. And it can also better your mood and your overall emotional well-being. The stress hormone cortisol is actually lowered with increased amount of sleep. Recap. So overall, whether you've noticed it right away or in a couple years or a couple decades even, sleep does end up having a huge impact on your day-to-day lives and your entire health in general, short-term and long-term. Thank you for listening.